NCAA tournament, man.
Yeah, man.
Obviously it's been really highly anticipated with the women's side of things.
Correct.
We have some of the biggest, NCAA stars that we've seen in a long time. You have your Caitlin Clark, who's the leading Division I basketball player scoring. You have Angel Reese, who is, one of the highest paid NIL players. You had,
Iowa, LSU, and Iowa.
LSU and Iowa. Then you had on the other side, JuJu Watkins and Paige Bueckers.
Yeah.
She was one of the first athletes too to get one of them NIL deals.
She was hurt before she got hurt, for sure.
She was.
A lot of people forget she was the one in college.
She was the absolute one right there.
Yes.
She's still showing it, but before we get to that, let's get into the biggest game that happened. Caitlin Clark versus Angel Reese, Iowa versus LSU. You watched the game?
Nah, I ain't watched the game, but I did keep up with the highlights and the stats and all that in real time.
Okay.
I did not get a chance to watch it, no.
I didn't watch it completely. I was in and out. But it was a hell of a game.
Yeah.
I will say it was a hell of a game. Caitlin Clark clearly shows her capability. But on the other side, I feel like LSU did that little girl, Haley
Van Lith.
did her dirty. And then they set her up for failure. But yeah, Angel Reese actually played really well. She ended up getting hurt. She still played through it, so she ain't gonna give an excuse. I can't give an excuse for her, but she ended the game with like 19 and 20.
17 and 20.
17 and 20? Yeah, it's ridiculous.
20, 3 blocks.
And then 2 steals, something like that. And then
Fly J dropped a nice little 20 piece on her too.
She's good. And she's nice too. And then, on the other side of the ball, Caitlin Clark gave you 41.
Man.
41 and what though?
41 and 12.
Yeah.
41 points, 12 assists, 7 rebounds.
7 rebounds, yeah. She had how many threes she had now?
She had 9 out of 23. She shot 23 points.
She had 23 points.
She shot 23 points. I don't know what the record is for an individual game, but 23 points.
There's a lot of fucking threes though. That's not amount for 20 field goal percentage. That's amount 20. That's a lot.
Yeah, that's nuts.
So it was a highly anticipated game. Iowa came out with the victory. Caitlin Clark is nice.
Yeah, man. They calling her one of the greatest. I've seen people say she's the greatest woman basketball player ever. I've seen people say they have never seen somebody more spectacular in college sports, period.
Okay.
College basketball, pardon me, than Caitlin Clark.
Okay.
Now, I will say,
I don't agree, but
as a casual watcher of college sports, that I have never seen anybody in the women's game pull up from further on a regular basis with that accuracy in my life. Dominance.
Okay.
Straight dominance. And the men, we've seen that quite a few times. We've seen the Jimmer Fredette and all that. Yeah, I'll give you that. But in women's, and also Jimmer wasn't doing what Caitlin was doing. You know what I'm saying? I'm just keeping it 100. These 40-point games, she averaging 30.
31.
Plus. And she came in as a freshman averaging 26. The next year she averaged 27. The next year she averaged 28. This year she averaged 30. Like it's gotten absurd.
It's really
it's gotten really ridiculous.
I agree.
So I mean, I think she got an argument for it. If she win this, she definitely has an argument for being the greatest ever. Of course, they're gonna throw in the Cheryl Swoops and the Mari Moores and all that, but they weren't playing on fucking Iowa. They wasn't playing on no Iowa with some bums, some average Joes that ain't gonna be on nobody's WNBA team.
Adam James.
So
I respect it.
I'm just saying.
I get you. Like nobody's pulling up like that. Nobody's doing that in the women's that I'm seeing. What I will say is that personally, as an overall basketball, because I've watched them play, but I watch. I'm a UConn fan.
Okay.
I think Paige is better as a straight basketball player. I think, of course, Caitlin Clark can shoot the lights out of everybody in the building, but as a basketball player,
her game is more suited for well-roundedness for sure. She's more well-rounded.
So that's where I look at it as. But don't get me wrong, you're not wrong in what you're saying or what anybody's saying. Where she has the argument to probably be the best college women's basketball player. I mean, she leads them in points.
Don't nobody make it look that good. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, I mean, it's exciting. It's exciting. You know, she's coming across half. She's doing what Steph does and what Dame does, coming across half court and pulling, like automatic.
It's definitely the Steph Curry influence, because that shit is.
Yeah, it's actually ridiculous, honestly. She's dribbling to the left, fading to the left. It's like, all right, you doing a lot. So, but I mean, I respect it.
I mean, yeah. Shout out to Caitlin Clark. I mean, Angel Reese had some comments to say after the game. She said ever since she won that national championship, it's been quite a few things. Said, some death threats. She said she's been sexualized. She's been attacked. What's your thoughts on that, man? And to say that after the loss.
It's tough. We've played sports. You know, played sports for a long time. I think those certain things can contribute to, you know, your mindset of going into a game and things like that. Never go victim blame, because if that's what's happening, that's disgusting. I mean, I will say on the internet after that when they won that ring, people have said crazy shit.
Yeah.
You know, on the internet, you know, and people on the internet say whatever the fuck they feel because they think they're invincible. But I will say after that particular game, I wouldn't have said that. Maybe later on, you know, because, you know, they're going to still get coverage. They're still going to talk to them, ask them what's next about the league and things like that. But after the game, I wouldn't have done it personally, just simply because I felt like, you know, I wouldn't want to make an excuse or, you know, come in here and try to, you know, like, oh man, like I personally wouldn't want to, like, you know, I don't need you to feel sorry. We came in, we played hard, we did everything we could. My whole team did what they could, and we just took the L. Y'all just happened to be a better team that night. They had a better player than that night, but that's just me.
I mean, yeah, it's tough because, I mean, everything she's saying has some validity to it, but I do think when people lose, the one thing they do not like to admit is somebody was just better than them, just outplayed them. Especially, like you said, they are champions. She is a champion. You know what I'm saying?
Can't take it away.
And they had high hopes of double back and repeating. So when you just and that's the team you beat last year. It is, and that's the moment that actually propelled you to fame.
It is.
You're doing all this.
You're doing the ring. Yep.
So when somebody like that, and it's not like the team just came and they just all around outplayed you. Caitlin Clark was cooking their ass.
Yeah.
Cooking them.
Yeah. Literally.
Everybody on that team got buckets. It was no switching that would have made a lick of difference. Now, was the adjustments could have been made? Sure. But, I mean, you got somebody that is defining what greatness is in basketball in front of you. The hardest thing to do
in real time, bro,
is shoot from distance. That's the hardest thing to do. That's the hardest skill to develop in basketball.
Yeah.
And doing that off the dribble with people guarding you.
It's just hard as
fuck. At will.
Yeah.
And you got the green light to shoot whenever you want to. Mm-hmm. It's very difficult to guard. It's the reason why Steph Curry has went from just a very good player to now they're trying to throw him in one of the greatest players of all time. When all he mainly does is just shoot.
I mean, you look at Dame making top 75.
Exactly. When you got people that have a much better all-around game that impact the game in multiple different ways. Shooting is that important because it's that difficult to do. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? There's only one Steph Curry, like I said. There's only one Dame Lillard. There's only one Klay Thompson. I mean, and that's throughout the history of the game.
I mean, yeah, you talk about, and then you have to go little people who was looking at Ray Allens and Reggie Millers.
Exactly.
And
now them names not even in the conversation for 3-point shooting.
I mean, look how long it's taking somebody like LeBron just the other night, 9 to 10 from the 3-point line.
Yeah.
No offense to LeBron, greatest, but you're not gonna see that again from him.
But that was the second time he did. He tied us.
Oh, that's the second time. Oh yeah, okay. But I'm saying, look how difficult that is when people like the Steph, the Klay, the Dames they throw up 10 threes a game, like it's water. So like, yeah, she literally defined that, and yeah, it was a little more of an excuse.
Yeah, man, but I mean,
No, I mean,
the sexualization thing I thought was a little strange because I thought that's what she was leaning into. She just wanted to be a model, and she's been showing off her body and all that.
Yeah, she's been
a little bit more.
Yeah, she's been doing like lingerie shoots and things.
A lot of the stuff she posts on social media is not basketball related at all.
Agreed.
So that's a little tough to kind of receive from her. But at the end of the day, she's a young girl. You know what I'm saying? I understand why she wants to kind of divert the energy off the loss and, you know what I'm saying, get some support. Because, I mean, she is a very good player and she will be in the league soon.
Yeah, she will. I think she might go into the draft this year, unless it's next.
A lot of people don't want her to. I mean, she's making all this money and
yeah, she'll make more money.
They want her to develop a little more of a skill set because her skill set is a little limited.
It is.
She's not making jumpers. Yeah, she's not hitting free throws. So, but WNBA, there's plenty of room for players like that. So
definitely.
Is she gonna be the star she is now?
It's gonna be tough.
There's not many Candace Parkers, you know what I'm saying, and B. Stewies running around the league. So I'll tell you this though. 2024-2025 season WNBA, going to the game and see
Caitlin
Clark.
Oh yeah, I'm going.
Them tickets to get in that college game, they was charging $700.
It's fucking ridiculous.
Record setting to see her play. Ridiculous. And you think I ain't going to pay money to see Caitlin Clark in my city? You out your fucking mind. Yeah. Her and Paige.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Easy money.
Did you watch any of these games?
The men's games?
Nah, men's play next. But I'm talking about. Did you watch the UConn and USC game?
I didn't. I heard they're trying to ice JuJu out though. I heard they tried to ice her out.
I didn't watch that game because that was a little later. JuJu did shoot 9 of 25.
That's her typical stats though.
It's her typical stats. I will say that
UConn got a history of being great too, but USC was ranked.
And then, but Paige just did what she did. You know, they both had a great stat line. I think Paige had 28 and 10.
28, 10 and 6.
Yeah.
Triple double.
JuJu had
29 and 10 and 2.
So, yeah, I just think that it was great. I think JuJu's next up, right after Paige.
Listen,
because of the
freshman doing that.
Yeah, she was going crazy today. Yesterday, I think Paige is nice. I think Paige is doing exactly what we expected her to do.
Paige is that good. That's the thing. I don't want people to forget that Paige was the Caitlin Clark.
Literally.
Before
she tore her ACL.
And Caitlin Clark was scoring all the points that whole time. Paige was the one that they were saying, oh, this is the face of women's basketball.
And she just tore her ACL.
She was out for a while. And, yeah, it kind of messed up her momentum. But she's always been that good. She's skilled, Kobe-esque, fadeaways. You know what I mean? She got all around.
She does exactly what we thought she was going to be. Being that great of a player. So, and I mean, seeing that translate to JuJu as well, it's showing a lot. Like the women's game has transformed a lot.
That definitely, I agree with you. Shout out to the women's basketball.
Yeah, y'all been doing a lot, getting that coverage, and I'm finally happy they're getting acknowledgement. You know.
Yeah.
And so it just brings a light, shed more light to the game because I'd rather watch this than some of the NBA games right now.
For sure, man. I definitely remember when there would be stars highlighted in the women's side, like coming into the league. The Skylar Diggins, the Brittany Grinders, the Ella Della Don.
Oh, yeah.
I remember when she came in.
She came in the league going.
You know what I'm saying? So it's great to see that we got three, well, really a few, more than three, but I'm just talking about the Paige, the JuJu, and the Caitlin Clark from the guard position. That's really going to light the league on fire and really take it to the next level because it's time for their sport to grow.
It is. It's about that
definitely
time. It's about that time. I agree. And again, to me, it's right now looking at the way basketball looks from the NBA and then like just looking at college because to me college has always been kind of like big to an extent, but you're seeing the women's side being, to me, I'm again more interested in some of these NBA games. These NBA games, they're not even trying.
Yeah,
that shit just
I
looks,
agree for sure.
They just out there just doing their job.
I definitely rather watch Caitlin Clark and Paige play than
So
these goofball ass niggas, man.
By the way, Saturday the NCAA men's play UConn. Let's go. So yeah, I'm just here to see UConn.
UConn with DJ Burns about to cook one of them niggas' ass up.
UConn played against DJ Burns.
I know.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
Nah, he ain't about to do that.
Okay.
He ain't about to do that.
Boys, you know what I'm saying?
But you know what? I will say that he is a Zach Randolph-ish player, and I actually like him. I like how he's been low key the whole time, and he's coming out. He's just playing basketball. He's a big body. You can't move him.
He playing Zach Edey though in Purdue. Yeah, UConn, y'all should get to the
we should definitely championship playing Alabama.
Yeah, DJ Burns might get cooked on the way.
Edie, I don't know.
Edie, nice.
He's solid. He's not gonna be good in the league.
For college basketball? I'm saying for college basketball?
Yeah,
That style of play?
Yeah.
That's all I'm talking about.
You're right. You absolutely right. And you know what I like about college basketball to an extent? Because, I mean, some of the teams have changed, but college basketball still plays how basketball used to look.
Yeah,
It ain't a bunch of just pulling up three-pointers and just fast breaks.
But to be fair, a lot of that is because the skill set is so much lower.
Yeah, I agree.
It's so much lower than
it's an immense difference.
You don't have that many one-on-one players that have that ability.
I agree.
To even,
but it's just I just like to see it. Opposed to just, everybody just coming down shooting 55 3-pointers a game. It's like, what the fuck?
I mean, put the best college team against the worst NBA team and see what happens.
So
that's all I'm saying.
UConn versus the Trailblazers or Detroit.
Any one of them.
Yeah, I mean,
any one of them. No matter who.
I mean, listen.
You know what I'm saying?
They put up some points.
Let the right style of basketball get matched up with some niggas that can move and see what happens to them. It don't matter what you talking about.
Listen, man.
Let Jordan Poole see Zach Edey ass
on
isolation.
Come here
and see what happens. That's all I'm saying.
I agree. Cade Cunningham gonna come out there and give y'all the work.
Right. He already hooping this year. Shout out to Cade Cunningham.
So
finally got his shit together, bum ass team.
I mean, they just a bum ass team.
Yeah, Detroit is bad.
Yeah. Detroit trash.
Whole coach ain't make a difference, man. Yeah, it's just a bum team. Yeah.
Monty Williams just collecting a check right now, honestly.
He used to be decent. I don't know what happened to him, man.
That team, I think it's the city.
Because Blake Griffin had took them boys to the playoffs.
He did. Blake Griffin was hooping.
Blake Griffin was filthy for that season.
But they got what veteran they got on this damn team? They got Isaiah Stewart who out here ready to throw hooks.
The crazy thing, that's the problem with the whole league, is the league is too young.
It's way too young.
The league is too young. So I mean, but that's what happens though. That's what happens.
Unfortunately, these niggas. Besides somebody like LeBron, you can't. You start playing you get a little older. You can't be running up and down with these kids, man.
Yeah, they changed the game too much. That iced out all the players that make the game a certain way, slow the game down.
Yeah,
ruggedness, discipline, play calling. So definitely gonna get more balanced. I can see it becoming more balanced, and you gonna have to because niggas ain't finna be chasing Wemby around the court all day.
Yo.
I promise you, you don't have to get a defensive stopper for somebody like that. That's how important.
I mean,
those skill sets.
Look at your rookies right now, right? Look at him and look at Chet, where Zach Edey will not be able to do anything with them two. They're gonna pull him out to the 3-point line, especially because Wemby's much better with a handle than Chet, but Chet has decent. But he gonna pull him out to the 3-point line. Boop boop, bye.
Yeah,
I'm out of here.
I got to see though, because a lot of people say he's not going to be that good in the league. I think he might be one of the pieces that shift the NBA back to a certain style of basketball. Even if he's not necessarily the greatest, he could be a Marc Gasol type guy.
But he would have to come in with an initial he has to come in and start and play at least decent immediately.
I mean, that's going to be hard to determine what's decent too, because it's like I don't know what people are considering decent, because Bobo performs, he don't get no PT. You know what I'm saying? Scoot Henderson didn't look no worse than Jordan Poole. They kicked his ass out the league and sent him to the G League, and they tried to bring him back. So
he's played well.
The Thompson twins, they up and down. So what's decent? It depends on what team they in.
I'm looking at Chet and Wemby.
Chet got MVP player, running point guard. Wemby is Wemby. You know what I'm saying? You can't compare Wemby. That nigga's different.
Yo, you know what's funny? I didn't think he was going to be that good at first. I was really unsure.
I wasn't sure till I actually saw him play. I never saw him play against NBA competition.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. And I wasn't sure. I thought somebody was going to be able to, kind of move him out the way. He didn't have enough weight. But, yeah.
And even then, I don't even know. I mean, because he's on a terrible team, so it's no telling what that'll look like when
the team actually is
running
solid
through him directly, and now the team is scouting reports. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because this is the first year, so you got to see it next year. You're going to be like, all right, my guy, get that shit out of here.
I've seen Michael Carter Williams kill his rookie year.
He did.
What happened to him?
I like Michael Carter Williams. He played with Syracuse. I thought he was solid.
Trash.
And then he won rookie of the year, and they see shit yet.
Trash, Shabazz Napier, all them bums.
Yeah, I like Shabazz.
Nigga, Okafor, everybody else. It's decent. Niggas just trash, man.
Machine to beat. Yeah, that nigga was horrible.